What I'd like to do is a little test of the hardware here and see how everything holds up and make sure that I can stream for an extended period of time if need be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cycle through a couple of different tools here and basically see how they're working. I want to be able to bring the titles in and out, turn things on and off, give people opportunity to actually go in there and scan the QR code and make sure it will load on their device. And these QR codes are actually pretty neat because they've got a purpose of not only showing them some of the content that goes along, links to different training material and so on, but it also will take them over to registration for different training webinars that we have throughout the day, week, month, and so on. I also want to have the ability to bring guest speakers in here and have it display them where I want them to. And also, when they come in, also bring their name, title, and so on in along with them. So I'm going to back out now, and what I'm going to do is actually see if I can't stream for an extended period of time. I'm going to put a series of clips that I have in here and let them play for a extended period of time. Move down to settings, left click. I left click on inspection. I move over to the right hand side, and right now you can see that it says approve all edited images and notes at once or individually. Right now it's set individually, but we want to actually give the service advisor the ability to do them all at once. To do that, I'm going to select it. It's going to cycle the screen. I'm going to close out of the settings area. Let's open up the repair order. I'm going to left click on the wrench icon. I'm going to go to the inspection tab. And I'm going to scroll down through here and look at the inspection results. You can see that the items in gray have not been marked approved at this point. Let's see what it looks like when we hit the view button. As we come down through here, you're going to see the things that have been marked approved are going to be highlighted in red or possibly have a question mark on them. And if you go to send it at this point, it's going to ask you, do you want to approve all 7 items not touched yet? If you answer yes, it will approve them. No, it will come back later. In this case, I'm just going to hit cancel and close this. I'm going to come over to the note and image editor. I can see that there's 7 messages that haven't been marked approved at this point. I'm going to close this, and it's going to say, do you want to approve these items? And these are the topics that are on. Do you want to approve them all? And I'm going to say, I'm going to come back later. So you can see they're all still grayed out. And now I'm going to go through and actually approve them all at once. I'm going to hit close and answer OK. And now you can see they've been all approved all at once. If I go back to the view, I can come in here and I can see that they're all approved. And again, this is for those that they're fully comfortable that everything their technician writes is ready for your customers to look at without any editing. When you want to resave the size of the work order pop-up to better fit your monitor, if you click on the wrench icon, grab one of the edges, stretch it to where you want it to better fit your screen, and then hit close or simply hit escape. And next time you open it, it will be the new size that you chose. If a customer asks you to adjust their customer communication preferences while they're at the shop, the simplest method is to click on the customer's name, come over to communication settings, and here you can adjust the sliders on and off as needed, and then press submit. If the customer isn't at the shop, the quickest way to do it is to click the unseen messages. I'm going to tell it to search for everything. I'm going to paste in the customer's last name and search. And I'm going to choose any message that's went to the customer. And I'm going to click on the link for managing subscription. I'm going to set it accordingly, just like a customer would. And I'm going to left click on submit when I'm finished. A quick way to remove a vehicle from a customer's list if they call the shop and say they no longer own it is to go to the communication center, left click, come in here and say, let's see everything, paste in the customer's last name, search, come to the drop down box and say, just show me a service reminder, and then click on the link. In this case, I'm going to expand it. I'm going to click on review all. And I'm going to go down through here and find the same thing the customer has, and I'm going to check this for I no longer own this vehicle. If it's on a text message, I'll do a little different. I'll click on the link. I'll click on the top link in the message, and I'll scroll down and remove it from the list. So that's a pretty quick way to actually go through and make sure that everything is working properly. I'm going to work on just a few more things as we go through there, be able to switch through. Make sure that when I press the different buttons that things walk through here smoothly. So far, everything seems to be working smooth. And let's move back over here. When we're on the tablet, it's important to be able to see the progress of jobs. So we can see now we got this progress indicator here, and you can see that I've got 5 jobs on the screen. As I scroll through here, you can see it actually takes quite a bit of dragging with your finger to actually do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come through here one at a time and mark these jobs complete. So I'm going to mark this first one 100% complete. And you're going to see that it drops off this list and it actually moves to a different area. So now I don't have so much clutter going on. I'm going to come in and mark this next job 100% complete. And now you can see that I've only got 3 remaining. Mark this one complete. And you'll see each time I do, they drop off. If I want to go back and revisit any of these jobs, I can actually click on this arrow and be able to scroll down and have them back on the screen. I'm going to come back here and mark these 0 because this is just a test. And move them back into the jobs that need to be completed area. And you can see it's updated on the screen. So this reduces the clutter and makes it a lot easier to see what's going on. Along with this, there's a new function that's available, and I'm going to go into settings and show you how to set it up. Left click on the hamburger menu. We'll go down to settings. I'm going to left click on inspection, and I'm going to move over here to where it says assigned jobs must be complete before vehicle submission, and click yes. Let's take a look at a few of the different note areas on the tablet and how they can be used effectively. So to do that, I'm going to come down and tap on Open Vehicle. I'm going to move over and I'm going to tap on Vehicle Inspection. And I'm going to go over and grab something from the Undercar topic. And I'm actually going to tap on the camera icon first and actually snap a picture. In this case, I'm going to take any picture. I'm going to add a red arrow to the picture. I'm going to move it over, rotate it, and have it pointed directly where I want to. And I'm going to add a note to the picture. I'm going to tap on the microphone to use the voice to chat text. This red arrow is pointing directly at the zoom slider bar. And then upload. So in the picture area, that's where you would make some notes. I'm going to move over here and I'm going to tap on this icon here and it's going to let me add some notes to this topic. In this case, you can see that it's actually asking me to take some measurements. So I'm going to jump over here and I'm going to put the tire pressures in there. And I'm going to add some notes in the bottom here. And these are for shop eyes only. This car is a rust bucket garbage scow. And then I'm going to put some notes for the customer. This vehicle is extremely rusted. So now there's a clear indication between internal and external notes, so there's no question about what's going where. I'm going to press OK and accept these notes. I'm going to look for one other note area here. And this is one without any notes in it. The calipers are extremely rusty, and I doubt I'll be able to get them apart. Additional parts will likely be needed. And then I'm going to press OK. So that's several different ways that notes can be taken. Now what I want to do is look at how they're actually going to show up for the service advisor. So I'm going to go back to the work order. I'm going to press the Smart Chat button and actually send a snapshot to the service advisor. I'm going to get my tablet out of the way. Click on the wrench icon to open it up. And go over to the inspection sheet. So when I get over on the inspection sheet, you can see that I didn't mark any of these topics touched because I didn't want to show them to the customer. But what I did want to show is the different ways that the notes come in. So I'm going to move over here and I'm going to tap on the picture first. See if I can open it up. And you can see the notes are on here. They're locked where the service writer can't edit them, just like in the paper world. But I can copy them and we can use them. And then click Apply and then Close. The next thing we want to do is talk about the notes in this area here, so you can see that they've come in all where they're internal notes, or what appears to be internal notes initially. So I'm going to click on the pencil, and we're going to look at a couple different ways that these actually can be edited. So when this first comes up on the screen, you're going to see that everything is locked. Here's the internal notes, and here's the customer notes, and they've actually been carried forward where they can't be edited. So right now, these notes aren't available for the customer to actually see unless they're explicitly turned on. So I'm going to turn this on now, and now you can see that I can actually come in here and edit these notes. Also, you can see that the measurements are turned off, and there really wouldn't be much reason for a service writer to edit these notes because they would actually be most likely require input from the technician. But if they had to, they could actually press enter here, and you can see that they actually stay locked. So what we've done is we've actually said that these measurements are approved for the customer to see, but they're still locked where the service writer can't edit them. So again, all these measurements should be coming explicitly from the technician, and if something needs to be changed, we need to send a message back to the technician to make that change. So this is approved for the customers to see. This is approved for them to see also. I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to go down and look at a different note area. I'm going to click on the pencil. And now you can see this one, it doesn't have any measurements on it, so now I see the notes are locked. And when they're approved for the customer to see, now they can be edited by the service advisor. So this is a great way to actually take some of the confusion out of the notes and actually let the service writer and technician begin to work together as a team. One more thing when it comes to these notes is to be able to go down into the service history and click on the inter-shop communication and be able to see these notes. So these are the notes that were taken. You can see where they've been taken and they've been changed. And you can see now I can also come back and also turn on the internal chat notes. So this is where you can go back and see the history of all these communications. A service advisor can import images from their PC into the inspection sheet repair order or inspection sheet. And how they're going to do that is by clicking on the camera icon. So I'm going to left click. I'm going to move over and I'm going to grab an image from my PC. Click open. You'll see it upload, and now it's ready to use. All editing can be done just like normal. There's times when you're sending inspection results to the customer that you'd like to edit and have a custom message. To do that, you're not going to use the automatic workflow send. You're going to click on the wrench icon, click on inspection reports, click on view, click on send, and then decide what type of message that you're going to send to the customer. So in this case, I'm going to choose email and text, and I'm going to add my message that I want to add to it. If I want to send the same message by text, I'll use a paste from email, and you can see that it's copied it over to the other side, and then just press send message. The second way you can do this is by clicking on the customer's name and come down here, and we're going to do similar. We're going to paste the information here just the same way. If we want it to go to both, we'll hit the paste from email. You can see that it's changed it. And now when I press send message, the custom message will go to the customer. If you need to adjust loyalty points for a customer that's no longer at the shop, left click on the search icon, search for the customer's last name, left click on search, click on the customer's name, left click on loyalty points history, move over to adjust loyalty points. I'm going to click select loyalty points to 0. Click OK. The customer's balance is now 0. And I'll close the window. Let's go back and check our work. I'm going to go click on it on any one of the vehicles that's here. Go to loyalty points. And I verified the customer's current balance is 0. And my audit trail is on the right hand side of the screen. So this should be a long enough test for now. I've been watching my CPU temperatures and the load on my system, and temperatures are staying very low. And I'm also showing less than a 20% load on my system when I'm both recording and streaming in 1080p. So that seems to be working out pretty well. I'm going to go through the recording and make sure that it's actually nice, crisp, and clear. So far, everything's looking pretty solid. I'm going to go ahead and let it stream on out.